Olives are my personal kryptonite. So I don't know what it is, but if I eat a taste of an olive, I instantly want to puke. That's an interesting thing. I haven't thought about that growing up. I will say this, in many ways, the experience of playing Big Nate is like a sixth grade do-over for me in that I kind of kept to myself. I was a little introverted. I had trouble making friends in sixth grade. I would draw. And there's such a parallel there because Nate draws and doodles and his drawings come to life in our show in these fabulous 2D animations in the midst of our CGI 3D environment in our show. And in so many ways, this is a do-over of me getting to sort of live out the actual confident sixth grade that I wanted to have.
I'm Nate Wright, and I'm kind of a big deal. You're like a minor celebrity. I know.
As I think back, it was really just like I went to a high school, I think back to high school, which is a little older than Nate, but our high school mascot was a Viking, and everybody was like, yeah, be a Viking, have this confidence, right? And so to me, Nate has that Viking confidence, whether I had it or not growing up. This is an extremely easy answer for me. Olives are my personal kryptonite. I don't know what it is, but if I eat a taste of an olive, I instantly want to puke. So for me, you could literally replace pizza in our Valentine's Day of Horror episode with olives, and that would be a very authentic experience for me in my real life. And I appreciate you taking note of some of the fun sort of horror tropes we have in that episode and kind of the edgy humor we have in it, because I think that's reflected throughout the series. We have, there's a bite to the humor, which I like. That's what I really enjoyed growing up, watching OG Nicktoons like Doug and Rugrats and Ren and Stimpy. There was a real edge to those cartoons, and I think you're sensing that in our Valentine's episode in Big Nate. Oh, without a doubt, it's Arnie. So here's the greatest thing. I had existing real-life friendships with everybody going into the show just by pure coincidence. So Arnie Pantoja, who plays Teddy Ortiz, is my real-life writing and improv partner. We've written 17 different projects together. We're pitching shows together. So to get to actually see our real-life improvisational dynamic together represented on screen via Nate and Teddy, it's been a dream come true. But Arnie is really a prankster. He's this is a great Arnie prank. He brought me a 1987 Croatian soccer trophy and put it in my guest bathroom, unbeknownst to me, so that the next time someone went in my guest bathroom, knowing that I didn't go in there, they would ask me, when did you win a Croatian soccer tournament? That's Arnie in a nutshell. So we have a very funny dynamic together, and I'm just so proud that it's represented through Nate and Teddy's dynamic as well. Oh man, that's a really good question. What I would say though, just on a broad level, that I really appreciate about Nate's pranks is that just when you think it can't get any worse, it does. Just when you think it can't get any more over the top of uh-oh, he's really messed up this time, it gets more messed up. And I really appreciate the way that our writers have paced the comedy in the show. I think if you watch a full episode, the comedic beats of the pranks have room to breathe. And I think that, I'm sort of going on a tangent, but one of the things that I really think allows us to execute those pranks the best in terms of the performances is we record the show as an ensemble. And that allows us to riff off of each other and to improvise with one another, and to find those little magic moments in a script in a way that we wouldn't be able to do if we were recording the show separately. So I know that's not as specific of an answer about pranks, but Nate certainly gets into a vast array of pranks in the show, and it's just, you never know what kind of crazy hijinks he's going to get into next. Yeah, I mean, it's changed, right? Because I absolutely relate to Nate now, trying to be awesome in your own life. My real group of friends are the friends that go to PS 38 every week on this show. So it's like life imitates art. So I very much connect to Nate now. I would say growing up, I was a total Francis.
I snacked you a slice. will never speak of what I had to do to get it.
I was like, I played by the rules. I did my homework on time. My sister was the Nate of the household, which is fun because my dynamic with my sister growing up is really the dynamic that you see represented with Ellen on the show, who's played by Dove Cameron. We have a very similar kind of combative vibe that I had growing up with my own sibling. But I was 100% a Francis, for sure. Absolutely. So, I love this sort of irreverent, edgy humor. So, I think of obviously the horror tropes that you brought up from our Valentine's Day of Horror episode. I love that Nate finally gets a big moment with the love of his life, Jenny, and that moment is interrupted by him violently vomiting up from tainted pizza. It's just a great, graphic, ridiculous moment that I love. But I would also say I love the moments, and I referenced this earlier, that really show us Nate's heart, that show us he's a good kid. And I think that you see the insecurity in that scene in the pilot episode where he's kind of questioning his awesomeness. And he has this very mystical conversation with Brad Gunter through a bathroom stall, who's played by Jack Black. It was a real bucket list moment for me to play a scene with Jack. Jack's so funny in the role of Brad, and that was so much fun for me to do a scene with Jack because it's honestly my favorite scene I think we've done in the entire series because it shows Nate's softer side, a more intimate side. You get to see a little bit of the insecurity that he hides with his sort of confident bravado that he puts on.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to check out more cool videos, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. K-Zone you later.